Yeah. Nestorius. Nestorius drew the line at a title for a woman. He said the Theotokos crosses into the presumptuous. Mary bore the Christ, the human, the infant, not the logos, not the eternal son, the distant. Infinite cannot be just stated. What she carried was the Christ nature, Christotokos, not the varied mystery of the God who made a being, squeezed into a womb. The two are worth disagreeing, but sir, we'll trace the logic down the line. If Mary is not the God-bearer, then the 9 months in Bethlehem produced a man, not the creator. And a man's death at 33 is honored, not the greater sacrifice that reaches where the weight of death lives deep. Only the death that belongs to God can keep what the fall undid. Nestorius wanted the nature's clean distincts, but what he granted cost a person. Split the sun from sun and severed the one who bled from the one who spoke the weather into being. Chalcedon 4-5, you won the brooms. I have 20 bishops in the 2 positions in the tomb of the wrong answer. Nestorius' clean distinction, and Eutyches waiting with a different kind of fiction. Eutyches said the natures merge after the union, like a drop of wine surrendered to the ocean's communion. One nature post-union, not confused but absorbed. The human subsumed into the divine, restored to a single nature that the divine defines. And the problem is the problem at the other end of lines. If the human nature was absorbed into the God, then the one who wept at Lazarus's grave was not actually weeping. The grief was divine performance, not genuine human sorrow. The conformance to our experience is cosmetic. The flesh was a costume on the logos and the mesh of genuine human limitation. The tiredness, the thirst from the cross, the body's directness with its own decay. None of it was real if the human nature vanished in the deal. Chalcedon, unconfused. The natures don't dissolve into each other, they're not fused. Chalcedon, unchanged. The divine does not become human, neither is exchanged. Chalcedon, undivided. The one person is one, the person is not sided. Chalcedon, inseparable. The natures cannot be pulled apart. The table holds one person and 2 natures, and the definition does not explain the union. It marks the boundary of our vision. Leo wrote from Rome, the tome arrived by courier, and 520 bishops read it in the Myria. Went through the room, Peter has spoken through Leo. Not because Rome was already supreme, because the letter was correct. The Diophysite position, Diophysite, 2 natures, 1 hypostasis, the site where both are real. And here's the insight, worth the 15 centuries we spent in the fight. The council's definition is entirely negative for adverbs. What the union is not the sensitive and rigorous response to a problem that exceeded the categories available. The council conceded the limit of its language and drew the line, not by saying what the union is, but marking the design of what it cannot be. And the 4 negatives are more honest than a positive that gives the appearance of having explained what no one has. A God who became human. The math does not work by our methods, so the council said not this, not this, not this. And the council stands as the most philosophically honest thing. A tradition is done when it encounters something larger than its grammar. Chalcedon, 1 person, 2 natures, not confused, not changed, not divided, not separated. The mystery is not resolved, it is guarded.